way to the Mount Carmel Aces, back deep for Mount Carmel. Number 31, Gabe Williams, a 5'4", 125-pound sophomore. And number 29, Jed Casburn, a 5'6", 135-pound sophomore. And here we go. There's the whistle, and the game of the year, as some are calling it, is underway. Squib kick coming downfield, picked up by an up man. That would be Brandon Kite. And he's going to run it back out to about the 40-yard line, where he will start his team 1st and 10. As a host of Mules were in on the tackle, and the Mules will now be on defense. Bob, this first series, to me, is very important.
Well, it's very important to how the flow of the game is going to go, Stanley. You know, we've talked about before a lot of times going back and forth from football games about how a lot of times, even if you, before they had the deferring deal, when you'd win the toss, you wanted to be on defense, wanted to stick it to them right away. I think this is what the Mules, exactly the way they wanted things to go, and we'll see if they can do it.
Mount Carmel in a wishbone with a split receiver to the left. Ryan Smith takes the snap. There's the second man through, and about 3 yards on the play for the Aces, Chris Rafferty, a 5'9", 170-pound senior. Chris M. Rafferty. They also have Chris L. Rafferty on the roster. They have 2 Ryan Smiths, one a senior, one a sophomore. But,
a little trouble names over there?
You know, I guess they ran out in the book and just had to start over. It's about a 3-yard pickup, 2nd and 7 for Mount Carmel at the Aces 45-yard line. And they have a man in motion, and that's illegal motion, but they didn't throw the flag. On the option play, hit and dropped is Smith by Marty David, or check that, Daren Milner. But he did pick up about 3 or 4 more. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 2 for Mount Carmel at the Mount Carmel 49-yard line. They run a dive and an option, and picked up 3-4 yards each time.
Again, Stanley, the field is just beautiful, and what a great night for football.
Mules show a 52 this time with a 3rd and 2 and jump off sides, and now Mount Carmel moves. And I guess the Mules didn't jump off sides because there was no flag on that. There is a flag in the Mount Carmel backfield. It'll be coming back. The illegal procedure is the call, and John Hart is upset. He wants to know why the Mules jumping off sides wasn't called. The line judge will not talk to him. He won't turn his head. So
well, that's generally the case whenever the coach is a little upset. It's best not to turn around and have any kind of conversation with him whatsoever.
The Aces did get a 1st down, but the penalty will negate that, and it'll bring up 3rd down and about 7 now at the Aces 44-yard line. 10:28 to go in the first quarter. There is no score. Let's see if the Mules show a 4-3 or a 5-2 this time. 43. Smith takes the snap, and hit in the backfield and dropped is Rafferty. Chad Richardson on the hit, along with Matt Link, Marty David, and also in on the play for the Mules was Seth Harnden. So the Mules force him to punt.
Well, that's exactly what the Mules want to do, Stanley. Let Mount Carmel have the ball and stuff it on 3 plays, actually 4 plays, because with a penalty in there. But make them punt and not pick up any 1st downs at the start of the game.
John Lang, a 5'8 junior, takes the snap. He gets his kick away. It's a rather poor kick, and it's going to bounce away from the Mules and be down by Mount Carmel at about the 27 or 8-yard line. So not bad field position, not great, but not terrible. And the kick was such that it couldn't be fielded.
It was kind of a try. He was trying to angle it away from John Warren, but he didn't really get a good solid foot on it, Stanley. And as you said, it was one of those that bounces and starts bouncing back toward them. So they downed it there, and Mules will take over on their own 28, and we'll see what kind of offense the Mules start with.
Richard Reid is split wide to the right, wishbone in the backfield. Kip Walters takes the snap. He hands off, and straight ahead goes Matt Link for about a yard, and that's all. So it'll be up 2nd down and 9 for the Mules at their own 29-yard line with 9:18 to go in the first quarter. Jeremy Ellis comes up, gets over the football. He's flanked by Chad Richardson and Justin Townsend. Then Walters sets him down. There's the snap and the handoff to Eric Simpson, and he's going to lose yardage. It'll be back to the 28 and bring up 3rd and 10. So far, the Mount Carmel defensive line is winning the battle of the trenches.
Well, that's exactly what you said, Stanley. Eric, when he got the ball, he had absolutely nowhere to go. So the Mules now look at 3rd and 11.
Well, they gave him up to the 29, so it's 3rd and 9.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's a generous spot, by the way.
Well, that's much generous.
Walters downfield. Baker's open. Jason Baker is going to score. It's a touchdown for the Mules. The touchdown for the Mules. A 71-yard touchdown pass from Kip Walters to Jason Baker with 8:22 to go in the first quarter, and the Mules are on the board.
A bit long on the tooth. He's not going to catch him.
Kip pump faked. Jason cleared the corner, and the ball was right on the 9. Baby, I'll tell you, he was out there and gone. 71 yards. The Mules are on the board. 8:22 to go, and we're going for 2. Whoa, baby. Johnny Warren sets them down. Mules chip to an eye. There's the snap. Warren rolls out. Still rolling out into the end zone for Reid and incomplete. Mules 6, Mount Carmel nothing. You're listening to Mules football on WFIW. Brooke Clayton will kick it off. There's Brooks' kickoff, squibbing downfield. It'll stay in bounds. It's inside the 10 now where it's picked up by Casburn, and he's trying to look for room to run. He slips one tackle, but not the second wave. He is down at the 16-yard line. Great coverage by the Mules. Mo's wearing the black shirt right now.
Mo has the black shirt on right now, Stanley. What an exciting play. As the Mules' 3rd play from scrimmage, as Walters, he hit it just right. I'm telling you, he put that pump fake on, and Baker cleared out. And Jason is much faster than folks think he is.
Now we have an official's timeout for, equipment, I think. And Daren Milner is going to have to leave the game and get some bit of equipment that's broken.
Yeah, I think he's got a strap broke on his chin strap.
Well, Eric Simpson will come in to play linebacker, and he'll likely play the outside, and Marty David will switch to the middle linebacker spot. No, Eric's going to play the middle. Eric's going to play nose. He went to 52, and Eric's going to play the nose. Mount Carmel in the bone. There's the snap, and the fullback is hit and dropped immediately. Marty David in on that pop along with Brooke Clayton. He did pick up maybe a yard on the play to the 17. Mules 6, Mount Carmel nothing. We're in the first quarter, 7:50, and the clock is moving.
I'm disappointed, Stanley. There's nobody in the west end zone.
Yeah, well,
I just knew there would be.
People down there, yeah. Mount Carmel with a 2nd and 9. There's the snap on the option. It's pitched out and it's loose, and Mount Carmel falls on it back at the 5. I don't know who hit Smith. Somebody popped him a good one, and as he was pitching out, the pitch out went errant. And they'll put it on the 6. 3rd down and long for Mount Carmel now. 3rd down and about 21. Ryan Smith is a good option quarterback, 6'2", 185-pound senior. Throwing is not his strong suit, but we'll see what he does right here. They are going to throw. Pressure is on from Harnden. He slips that. Now he's rolling around. Now he looks to run the football, and he fumbles the ball. He fumbles the ball, and Mount Carmel got it back. 4th down for Mount Carmel as Smith scrambled around to about the 9. Well, that would have been exciting, get a fumble down there at the 9-yard line. So the Mules will get the ball back. John Warren back deep. Back to punt is Lang. He's standing at the goal line. Snap is right on the money. Kick is coming downfield to Warren at the 41, to the 40, and to the 37 where he's hit and dropped. So the Mules will start with outstanding field position at the Mount Carmel 37-yard line. Mules up 6-zip. We have 6:19 to go here in the first quarter of play. Kip Walters comes in from Coach Bob Hadfield, who, by the way, looks very dapper tonight, once again in his Joe Paterno-like outfit. And the field is plush.
Oh, field's beautiful.
Mules in a fear. Daren Milner with the ball, and he's going to get about 3, maybe 2. Let's see where they spot it. They're going to put it at the 35, about a 2-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Mules at the Mount Carmel 35-yard line. I think the Mules tonight, if they're going to break things open, they're going to have to be adventurous and throw the ball. We'll see. Mules in a veer once again. Milner and Simpson behind Walters. Pitch to Milner. Gets a block. Turns the corner. Gets toward the first down marker. It'll be close.
I think he's short from the way they spotted the ball.
So they had to drop to 6 because it was on that sideline. But it'll be interesting when they pick it up. And
it looks
it's a first down.
First down.
First down, Mules. Mules 1st and 10 at the Mount Carmel 27. 5:35 to go in the first quarter. Mules up 6-0. Kip Walters checks with Bob Hadfield and comes to the huddle. Ball just now blown in play, so they have plenty of time. Jeremy Ellis up over the ball. Kip Walters sets him down. There's the snap. Handoff goes straight ahead to Matt Link, and he gets across the 25 to about the 23-yard line, where he's finally hit and dropped. About a 3-4 pickup on the play. Be 2nd down and 6 for the Mules. Let's give him 4 on that one. Here come the Mules out of the huddle. This drive has been all run. Out of the bone now with Richard Reid split wide to the right. There's the snap. Handoff goes to Milner. Daren's got a hole. He breaks into the secondary, and he's all the way down to the Mount Carmel 13-yard line. 1st and 10, the Mules. Cam Tullis on the left side of the Mules line, opening the hole along with Chad Richardson. Jason Baker brings the play in from the Mule sidelines. Cam Tullis is at 1 tackle. The other tackle is manned by Zack Large. The guards are Townsend and Richardson. Ellis snaps it. Walters wants to throw it. That's got to be interference. They don't call it. On the flare pattern, Eric Simpson was decked as the ball was in the air, and I have no idea why they don't have a flag down on that, unless, Bob, he was still in the backfield. If he was behind the line of scrimmage, all bets are off there.
Okay.
So
that
would be the only reason.
It was close.
If he was still in the backfield, that is not interference. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Mules at the Mount Carmel 13. They wanted to throw the tight end pop. Mount Carmel had that covered, and Kip wisely went to the flare, but Eric couldn't get to the ball. There's the snap. Milner gives it off to Richard Reid on a reverse. He gets the 1 block he needs. He's going to score. Richard Reid, touchdown. Yeah, baby. Whoa, baby. Richard Reid from 13 yards out on the reverse. Kip Walters gave him a block. Zack Large gave him a block. That was all he needed. Got one from Dog also. 12-0 the Mules. And we're going for 2. 4:42 to go in the first quarter of play, and the Mules are up 2 touchdowns. John Warren sets them down. Mules shift to the eye. There's the snap, and the ball is fumbled. So the Mules do not get the extra point. It's the Mules 12, Mount Carmel zip. You're listening to Mules football on WFIW. Aces let it go out of bounds, and the Mules were close, but didn't quite get there in time. So let's see if the Aces take the penalty, the football, or just what the option they choose here.
They're going to make them kick it again.
I would. Brooke hasn't kicked off nearly as well as he did last week.
Well, I don't know. The last one was a pretty good kickoff.
Well, the one that rolled down the 10, but it was kind of a squibber type. It got a good roll.
Nonetheless, Mules have had the ball twice. They've scored twice. They're up 12-zip. 4:42 to go in the first quarter.
Mount Carmel's had the ball twice and punted twice.
So this is what we wanted.
Brooke Clayton will kick it away once again. There's the whistle. This is a much better kick. Coming down to the 15, And heading straight up the field, the Aces got a little running room. But, oh, what a stick. What a stick by Matt Link on Jed Casper, and he dropped him dead in his tracks at the 39. He looked like he had some room in the maneuver, but Matt said hello, and that was it right there at the 39. So the Aces have decent field position to start this series. Much better than they had last time. And here they come out of the huddle with a wishbone. They have a slot man and a split receiver to the left. They go with a broken bone. There's a man in motion. There's the snap, and the second man through getting the football is dropped in the backfield by Brooke Clayton. That is Lang carrying the football. Milner brushed him from his linebacker position and knocked him off balance, and then Clayton put him away. Loss of a yard on the play, back to the 38 at 2nd and 11 for Mount Carmel. Here come the Aces out of the huddle again with a broken bone. There's the snap. Quick pop pass. Picked off. Intercepted. Could be a touchdown. It's going to be a touchdown for the Mules.
Flag on the play.
Jimmy Milner got it. There is a flag down. Is it a clip?
It's going to bring it back.
Mules will get the ball. Mules will get the ball, but there's a clip. Clipping is the call. The Mules will have the football, 1st and 10. So the Mules retain possession. They don't get the touchdown by Jim Milner, who's now probably looking at his mates and saying, what's the deal?
Here's a clip. We don't like it, but it's a good call.
Well, that'll mark it back 15, but the Mules will get the ball.
That's okay. We'd rather have the touchdown, but we'll take the ball.
So the clip moves it back. It should be 1st and 10 here. Got to move the sticks, boys. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Mules. Oh, his brother did?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Bad vibes at the house tonight. Mules in the wishbone, 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. Just across to the 46. Milner cracking forward up to midfield. Daren Milner with about a 4-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Mules. Well, they move him back to the 49. That wasn't a good spot.
Well, what they were saying, the knee was down back there. Old Daren had the ball.
It's where the ball is. You put down where the ball is. If they reach across the end zone with the ball, it's a touchdown, isn't it?
Not if his knee touches down first.
No, but if it doesn't.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He said his knee touched down.
Oh, okay.
The umpire did.
Halfback pass, John Warren to Kurt Robbins. He's got it! Down at the 25 of Mount Carmel.
I'm telling you, Hadfield's pulling them out, isn't he?
Hey, Mount Carmel's reeling, folks. They're on their heels.
He's pulling out everything. We've ran in reverse. We've pump faked the pass. Now we've had the halfback option. I love it.
1st and 10 for the Mules at the Mount Carmel 25. 3:04 to go in the first quarter. Mules lead 12-zip. Kip Walters sets them down. There's the snap. Hand off to Daren Milner. Not going to get the corner. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Ryan Smith, the quarterback, also plays defense. He was assisted on the tackle by Jason Brashears, the defensive end. No gain for the Mules. 2nd and 10 at the 25. Well, that's all right. Flip one out to Cam Tullis. Let him throw it this time. Mules have a slot and a split to the right. There's the pitch to Daren Milner. Milner looking for room to run. Eludes a tackle. Gets a block. Flags all over the field. Another touchdown, but it's coming back. Hadfield's going to be hot. It's coming back. So that's 2 touchdowns the Mules have lost on penalties here in the last couple of minutes. Illegal block below the waist on the Mules. So this will be walked back from the spot of the foul, which is the 16-yard line, and go all the way back out to the 31-yard line where the Mules will have 2nd down and 16. It was a touchdown, but it got called back on the illegal block. Here come the Mules out of the huddle. You hope the Mules score this series, Bob, because that's 2 touchdowns now that
they've lost on this series.
Walters to Robbins. Uh-oh, it's incomplete. It popped off his hands and then fell harmlessly to the ground. But when they pop up in the air like that,
scares you.
They get scary. Now it's 3rd and 16 for the Mules at the 31. Yeah, the Mules ran the interception back for the touchdown. It got called back on a clip. Then the Mules ran the sweep for the touchdown. It got called back on a block below the waist.
Thing of it is, Stanley, here, the Mules are in 4-down territory, so, we don't have to get it all on this one.
That block was legal when I played. There's the snap. Walters has time over the middle. Milner just off his hands at the 2-yard line. Daren Milner was open at the 2, and it just skidded off his fingertips. And are the Mules going to punt?
I don't know. We've never seen them punt.
Is this going to be a pooch punt here?
I guess so.
Now the Mules send the punt unit on, and they're at the Mount Carmel 31 because we're going to try to pin them back deep.
Well, you pin them deep here, Stanley. If you can keep it out of the end zone, pin them deep, make them turn it over, make them punt. You've got excellent field position again with a new set of downs.
Jeremy Ellis will snap the football. Fake. John Warren pitches out. Matt Link nowhere to go. Mules will turn it over on downs.
Well, that one didn't work.
Well, I kind of thought something might be up at the 31. As a matter of fact, we lost yardage back to the 32. So Mount Carmel will start 1st and 10. The way the Mules have been playing defense, Bob, not a bad try. Mules haven't allowed a first down yet. The one they got was called back on a penalty.
Yeah. So
2:08 to go in the first quarter. Mules lead 12-0. Mount Carmel breaks the huddle with 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line. In the wishbone, receiver wide to the left. Smith hands off, 2nd man through. There's a little bit of yardage there for the Aces as they rumble out with the fullback, Daniel, across the 35 to about the 37 or 8-yard line. Pretty good pickup on the play there for the Mount Carmel fullback, Daniel. Well, that was Scott Newman carrying the ball. Scott Newman carried it. I'm sorry. 2nd down and about 4 for Mount Carmel. There's the snap on the option. They go to the outside. Uh-oh, slip tackle there. And finally brought down is Rafferty, but not before he got to the 49. So Mount Carmel gets their initial first down of the night with 1:17 to go in the first quarter. And that was the case that the Mules missed the tackle. Mules 12, Mount Carmel nothing. 1:15 to go in the first quarter of play. Mount Carmel has a 1st and 10 at the Mules 40, or at the Mount Carmel 49-yard line. Smith takes the snap. 2nd man through with a lot of room is Lang. He is just brought down by the shirt by Marty David, or he was off to the races. Pardon me. It's about a 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3 for Mount Carmel at the Mule 43-yard line. Almost 8 yards on the play. So short 3 here. So the Mules need to stiffen up a little bit. As Mount Carmel's beginning to get their sea legs, so to speak. There's the snap. There's the handoff. Carrying the football is Rafferty. He'll be short of the first down, I believe. Well, they're giving a pretty generous spot. It'll be close. 3rd down and about a yard at the 42 of the Mules. They may not get off another play before the quarter ends. I doubt that they will. Matter of fact, I don't think they're even going to try to run one before the quarter ends. We're inside of 10 seconds. And that will be the end of the first quarter. It's the Mules 12, Mount Carmel nothing. You're listening to Mules football on WFIW.
Stop services.
We get set to start the second quarter with Mount Carmel on the Mule 42-yard line, 3rd down and 1. Mount Carmel in a wishbone. They have a split receiver to the left. Smith sets him down, and he hands off to the 1st man through. Carrying the ball is, that was Drew Daniel, and he gets the 1st down. It'll be at the Mule 30, almost the 37-yard line, 37, 38. Let's call it the 37 for the Mules. Mount Carmel there at the Mule 37 with a 1st and 10. This is Mount Carmel's first efficient offensive series of the night. Smith hands it off to Rafferty. Oh, he slipped a tackle, and he gets outside for about 10, or maybe 11. Mules blitzed on the play and missed the tackle. So Mount Carmel will have a 1st down all the way down to the Mule 24. He was hit in the backfield, Bob, on the blitz, and I didn't see which linebacker. I think it was Amos Eckleberry who's in there right now. And he missed him. Had a shot at him. Amos in for Matt Link. I don't know, there's something wrong with Matt. There's the snap, and this time dropped in the backfield is Lang. Daren Milner got him, along with Seth Harnden and Amos Eckleberry.
Milner was lined up at nose that time.
Yeah, when the Mules are going to the 52, they're putting Daren at the nose. Call that their swarm defense. 2nd down and about 14 for Mount Carmel. They lost about 4 on that play. Maybe 3. Let's call it 2nd and 13. Back at the 27. Smith takes the snap. He hands off to Rafferty. Rafferty is hammered by Marty David, but not before he got down to the 20. Maybe the 19. Just inside the 20. Bring up 3rd down and a good solid 5 for Mount Carmel. 10.5 to go in the 2nd quarter. The Mules lead 12-zip. This is 4-down territory. Although I'll tell you what, Bob, they had a guy kicking field goals and warm-ups that was hitting 40-yarders consistently.
They always have a good kicking game.
There's the snap. Rafferty with the ball. This time not much room. He gets to about the 17, where it's going to bring up 4th down and a 3-yard distance staring at Mount Carmel. Yeah, they put him back close to the 18, don't they? 4th and 3.5, let's call it.
Todd Allfield carrying the play in for Mount Carmel.
They've got to get down inside the Mule 15 for a 1st down. And they're just outside the 17 now. So 4th and a long 3 here. Let's see if the Mules can hold. There's the option play. They pitch it outside. They've got the 1st down and more. It's inside the 5, down to about the 1. And the Mules did not hold, and Mount Carmel's knocking on the door. Lang carried the football. And it'll be 1st and goal for Mount Carmel at the 1-yard line.
Good execution by the Aces that time, Stanley. They strung it out and got the corner.
Ran the option well, and the Mules outside people, corners and ends, weren't there. And the play went down to the 1-yard line. So Mount Carmel's knocking on the door here, trying to cut the lead in half. And Smith goes on the sneak, and they say he's in for the touchdown. So Smith goes in from 1 yard out, and that cuts the Mules' lead in half. And now you look back at that missed touchdown, and you get a little worried. It's now the Mules 12, Mount Carmel 6 with the extra point attempt upcoming. And they're going to kick the football. Teeing it up is Josh Moore, 5'10", 160-pound senior. I remember him from kicking last year. He does a good job. John Porter, the holder. Snap is right on the money, and the kick is right through the uprights. Mules 12, Mount Carmel 7. You're listening to Mules football on WFIW. And the boot is away. It's a line drive kick. Gets by Matt Hodges. He picks it up at the 6. He's in a world of hurt here, and he's going to be brought down at the 15. So Mo put on a white shirt here lately, Bob.
Well, I'll tell you what, when they turned the corner on that option play that they ran and got it down to the 1, then punched it right in, they got their extra point. Now they're all fired up. Mules are kind of reeling just a little bit for right now. So the Mules will have to settle down, start at their own 15, and put a drive together.
85-yard touchdown pass.
Well, we'll just take a good, solid 9-minute drive here and score.
Handoff goes to Daren Milner, or no, Eric Simpson, I should say, and no business there. Lost yards back to the 10. Eric Simpson was brought down at the 10 for a 5-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 15. 9 minutes to go in the first half. The Mules lead 12-7. Boy, that touchdown the Mules didn't get on the penalty is going to, I hope it doesn't come back to haunt them. They actually had 2 chances of that touchdown, wiped out by penalty. Mules break the huddle with a 2nd and 15 at their own 10-yard line. 8:40 to go in the first half. In the wishbone. There's the snap. Straight ahead goes, I believe, Daren Milner, and about 3 on the play, maybe 4. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long for the Mules. Simpson on the carry, wasn't it? I couldn't tell. I believe it was Eric. 3rd down and 11 for the Mules at their own 14-yard line. 8:18 to go and the clock is moving. We're in the second quarter. The Mules lead 12-7. Slot and a split for the Mules. Walters fakes once. Throws the ball to Simpson. He drops it. Oh, my. And he would have had the first down easy. They call it a fumble. They call that a fumble. Bob Hadfield says, no, that's an incomplete pass. He's on the field screaming. The Mules sidelines is all upset. They call it a fumble. They say Simpson caught the ball and fumbled it, and Mount Carmel gets it at the 20.
That's terrible.
What a rotten call.
That's terrible.
Well, the Mules are back at the wall now. They call that a fumble. My, oh, my, oh, my. Mount Carmel 1st and 10 at the 20, and they could take the lead with a touchdown. What a call. The Mules defense going to have to buck it up here. There's a pitch outside to Lang. He's got a lot of room. He's down inside the 10. 1st and goal for Mount Carmel. What a turn of events. How in the world can they call that a completed pass and a fumble? They put the ball down at the 8-yard line. It's 1st and goal for Mount Carmel at the 8. 7:30 to go in the first half. Mount Carmel could take the lead with a touchdown. Out of the wishbone come the Aces. The Mules are going to have to stiffen up. There is movement all over the field. No flags. Now they throw a flag. And let's see what we're going to have here. Late flag goes down. Illegal procedure, Mount Carmel. So that'll move it back 5. And it'll be 1st and goal now outside to the 13-yard line. Mules lead 12-7, 7:21 to go in the second quarter, but that turnover really has put the Mules back against the wall. Well, the Mules lost a couple of scores to penalty, and now get a questionable fumble recovered by Mount Carmel, and now it's 1st and goal Mount Carmel at the Mule 13 with 7:21 to go in the second quarter. Mules lead 12-7. Smith has him in a wishbone. There's the snap on the option. He pitches outside to Rafferty. Rafferty is going to be hit and dropped at the line of scrimmage. Coming up hard was Matt Hodges, along with Brooke Clayton to make the stop. 2nd and goal for Mount Carmel at the 13-yard line. Mules lead 12-7. That lead's in jeopardy right now. Mules got the first 2 touchdowns, had another one wiped out on a penalty, and Mount Carmel came back and scored, and now they're 2nd and goal at the 13 of the Mules. Out of the wishbone. Movement all over the field. That should cost Mount Carmel 5. And it will. It'll remain 2nd and goal, but now the ball will be outside the 15 to the 18-yard line. Also, Bob, this makes the field goal a little less of a possibility. Keep moving them out like this.
Yep.
It is only 2nd and down, though, so the Mules got to buck it up for a couple more downs. 2nd and goal to go for Mount Carmel at the Mule 18. Broken bone. Smith takes the snap. They pitch it outside. Missed tackle in the backfield. Rafferty gets down to about the 10 where he's knocked out of bounds. Boy, the Mules had him in the backfield, and somebody missed him out there. Would have been about a loss back to the 25. But instead, he gets it down to the 9 where it's 3rd and goal to go for Mount Carmel. 6 minutes left in the first half of play. The Mules 12, Mount Carmel 7. Two big plays coming up here. Here come the Aces out of the huddle. There's the snap. Into the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Mount Carmel. Mules did not get the interception. It looked like Hodges was going to pick it off. Smith's pass was complete to John Porter, and he caught it just in the corner of the end zone. Mount Carmel takes the lead with 5:39 to go in the first half. 13-12 with the extra point attempt upcoming. What a turn of events this second quarter has been. Moore to kick, and he gets it up and through. Mount Carmel 14 and the Mules 12. You're listening to Mules football on WFIW.
Football.
Well, that call on the pass play has cost the Mules the lead. It appeared it was an incomplete pass. The officials called it a fumble. Mount Carmel turned it into a touchdown. Moore's kick is going to go into the end zone, I think. No, Link picks it up at the 1. Matt trying to get to the outside, and he's going to be brought down at the 13. So the big kick, booming kickoff went down to the 1, and the Mules start with terrible field position at their own 13. Is there a flag down?
Looks like it.
Well, that would be a mask. That's about the only thing it could be. Well, that'll give the Mules some more yardage. Unsportsmanlike against Mount Carmel. The Aces get an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, and that'll move it out 15 yards. Sure, John Hart's real thrilled with that. Had the Mules pinned deep, and it'll move it out. So the Mules, instead of starting at their own 14, will start at the 29. John Hart is satisfied with the explanation. And the Mules start 1st and 10 at their own 29, now trailing by 2 points for the first time tonight. Mules jumped out to the lead, looked like they were going to go up 3 touchdowns, but Mount Carmel has come back to take the lead. Eric Simpson with a big hole, still on his feet, brought down at the 42, 1st and 10 Mules. Good open field tackle by Mount Carmel's Todd Allfield, or Eric would have been off to the races. He was the last man. But as it is, it's about a 13-yard pickup, and the Mules have 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Good hole opened up that time by the Mule line, Stanley, and Eric spurted right through it.
Plenty of time to get a touchdown before the half expires to regain the lead. Mules shift to a wishbone. There's the snap. And Daren Milner with the ball, and not much running room for Daren. Line of scrimmage, and that's all.
They're going to give him about a yard, maybe half a yard.
Yeah, not much. Let's call it 2nd and 10 for all practical purposes at the 42. 4:45 to go in the second quarter. The clock is moving. The Mules trail 14-12. Veer formation. Walters takes the snap. Quick pop pass complete to Robbins. Curtis all the way down to the Mount Carmel 43. 1st and 10 for the Mules. .429 left in the second period of play. The Mules have a fresh set of downs at the Mount Carmel 43. The Mules appear to be able to move the football, Bob.
They moved it well, Stanley. Every time they had the ball, they turned it over that one time. But
same play, incomplete. Flag down, pass interference. Making the play for Mount Carmel was number 42, Jason Sigler, and he tackled Robbins as the ball was arriving. Mules will get 15 out of this.
And a first down.
And a first down. That'll move it down to the Mount Carmel 28, I believe. So the clock is stopped with 4:16 to go in the first half of play. Mount Carmel leads 14-12, but the Mules have a drive going. Mount Carmel has aided this drive with a couple of penalties. The Mules negated a score for themselves with a couple of penalties earlier tonight. 1st and 10 for the Mules. They put it at the 29, short steps.
Looks like he started about a yard too far back.
1st and 10 at the Mount Carmel 29 for the Mules, who trail by a deuce. There's the snap. Daren Milner with the handoff. The play didn't fold up very well, and another flag thrown in there. Let's see what this is. Holding on the Mules. Mount Carmel will take this. Move the Mules back 10. And it'll be 1st and 20. Check it, it'll be from the end of the run, and they're spotting the football at the 30 as if it was a yard loss. I thought he got a little farther than that. The play was botched up as Milner and Kip Walters collided in the backfield. And then there was a holding, and well, they move it back to the 39.
Short steps again.
Short steps. And it is 1st and 20 for the Mules.
That ball, he had it marked right on the 30. And he brought it back to the 41. Okay, we'll take it.
Walters takes the snap. And Milner looking for a hole. Not much running room again. Daren brought down at about the 38-yard line, where it's going to bring up 2nd down and long for the Mules.
Scott Newman and Dustin Dent, Stanley breaking through in there to make the tackle. Scott is a junior, a 6', 210-pound junior. And Dent is a 6', 245-pound junior.
Mules trail 14-12 with 3:37 to go in the second quarter of play. Mules jumped out 12-0, but Mount Carmel came right back with 2 touchdowns, and one of them a fortuitous touchdown. Pitch goes to Simpson. He slips a man, gets to the corner. He gets about 5 and is brought down at the 34-yard line, where it's going to bring up 3rd down for the Mules and about 14 yards to go.
Well, we'll look here to see what the Mules pull on this 3rd down play.
Mules will have 14 yards to pick up. They've got to get just inside the 20 to the 19 for a 1st down.
Again, Stanley, it doesn't have to be made all on one play. This is 4-down territory.
Out of the conventional wishbone. There's the snap. Walters wants to throw to Richard Reid. He got the ball. Oh, hook and ladder. Touchdown, Mules. Touchdown, Mules. Hook and ladder. Richard Reid flips it to Daren Milner. And all told, it is a 33-yard touchdown play. Richard Reid caught it with one hand, Bob.
What a play.
Pass was behind him, and with that one hand, he flipped to Daren, and Daren raced down the sidelines. And the Mules regained the lead 18-14 with 2:44 to go in the second period. And come on, let's get the extra points. Mules going for 2. Johnny Warren will quarterback. Shifts him to the eye. There's the snap. Warren rolls out. Flips the ball complete to Marty David, I believe, but short of the goal line. Marty David caught the football, but at the 1, so extra point negated. Mules 18, Mount Carmel 14. You're listening to Mules football on WFIW. And nowhere to run for Mount Carmel is Gabe Williams. Mules bring him down inside the 25 at the 23-yard line. 2:38 to go in the first half. I tell you what, we got a heck of a ball game going on here.
Hey, it's everything everybody expected it to be, Stanley. We've got all kinds of things going on. We've got good hits. We've got good runs. We've got a little trickery, a little deception.
Much more offense than I thought we'd see.
Yes, much more offense than I thought we'd see.
Here comes Mount Carmel out of the huddle. They've run the ball well the last couple of times they've had it on the option play. Let's see what Smith does. They run that option. They look for the corner with Williams, and he's got the corner. And he's all the way out to the 35, 36-yard line for a 1st down. Mules are having trouble stopping that option to Mount Carmel's left, our defensive right, and that's where they're making all the yardage. So the Aces have it 1st and 10 at their own 36, 2 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the first half. Clock is moving. Both teams have all their timeouts. Smith takes the snap and hands it off up the middle, and Rafferty gets to the 40, maybe the 41, or Daren Milner brought him down. Pickup of about 3, maybe 4 on the play. Whoa, they give him out to almost the 42. About a 5-yard pickup. Very generous spot. 1:45 to go in the first half. Clock is moving. Mules lead 18-14. Well, you can't let them score now and take that momentum in the locker room. Mount Carmel 2nd and 5 at their own 42. There's the snap. Rafferty looking for a hole, and not much running room this time as he is driven back at the 44-yard line, where it's going to bring up 3rd down for Mount Carmel and about 2 to 3 yards to go.
Now, Stanley, right there, you know, I got to pick on him a little bit right there. The progress was stopped long before they were through the whistle. Rafferty was upright, had 3 mules, had a hold of him standing there, but they waited till they threw him to the ground before they ever blew the whistle. And although it's to the Mules' advantage, but that's going to get somebody hurt.
3rd down and 2 for Mount Carmel at their own 44. There's the snap, and they're going to get the 1st down. Carrying the football is Daniel. He crosses midfield to the Mule 49, less than a minute. Now the clock is stopped on the 1st down. Whoa, they put it at the 48. 1st and 10 for Mount Carmel at the Mule 48 with 53 seconds left in the first half, and the clock now moves. Mules lead 18-14. Both teams have shown a propensity to move the ball. There's the snap. Fumble, loose ball. Mount Carmel gets it back. For a moment, it was on the turf for anybody, but Chris Rafferty got it back, and Mount Carmel calls a timeout. You're listening to Mules football on WFIW. Mount Carmel 43 with 23 seconds left in the half. Let's see if the Mules want to go for some bucks here. Kip Walters brings them out in a hurry, and he's going to call a timeout. We're going to keep it right here. Mules call a timeout. We're going to keep it right here. 23 seconds left in the first half. And Bob, Mr. Hadfield's pulled out the reverse, the
hook and ladder,
halfback pass, the hook and ladder, the pump and go. What's he got left?
I don't know.
He's got something in mind, or he wouldn't have sent Kip out there so fast to call that timeout.
Yeah. Well, we've only got 23 seconds left. We've got all of our timeouts left. Well, we have 2 left now that we've taken this one. But yeah, I'm anxious to see what he's going to pull out this time. I'm sure John Hart is worried about what he's going to pull out this time.
I'm anxious to see that incomplete pass and/or fumble on film tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they were right on that. We'll have to wait and see it on the film.
You know, it's on the other side of the field from us, and you know, it was right. You know, to the official's defense, it was right in front of him. So, but the Mules sideline, I was going by their reactions. The Mules sideline sure disagreed with the call.
Oh, they went bananas. Kip Walters sets him down. Takes the snap. Throws it to Richard Reid, and it was going to be the same play, and it was open again. There's going to be another hook and ladder, and Daren Milner was open, Bob. If they hadn't closed down on Richard so fast,
he couldn't get rid of it.
It'd have been a touchdown. So, hey, we may run it again. Mount Carmel doesn't appear to be ready for that. Mules go without a huddle, clock at 15 seconds. Walters takes the snap, fakes once, throws over the middle for Reid, and he gets it again. Call the timeout. Mules stop the clock with 7 seconds left, and on the first down. But they do call the timeout. Let's take a 30-second break. This is Fairfield Mules football.
1st and 10, which is really irrelevant.
Yeah, we got to play maybe 2 if we're lucky.
If we're really quick, we might get 2. We're going to go to the sides or over the middle. We've got to be in the end zone if we're going to go over the middle.
Robbins is tight to the left. Link and Reid are split to the left, rather. Over the middle for Robbins, and it's incomplete with 3 seconds left. Mules will get another play. He would not have made the end zone. He was hit at about the 2-yard line. So let's see what the Mules want to do right here. Do they have 1 timeout left?
Yeah, we got 1 left.
Well, now it's irrelevant. This is 1 play. This is the last play of the half.
Yep.
Boy, it would be great if the Mules could get this one in the end zone. There's the snap. The look is out to Milner. He's got it. Touchdown! Touchdown, Mules! Touchdown Mules. Daren Milner was wide open. A 12-yard touchdown pass from Kip Walters to Daren Milner. The Mules go up 24-14 with the extra point attempt upcoming. Mules will be going for the deuce. Let's get one this time, boys. Jeremy Ellis up over the ball. John Warren will quarterback. Mules will shift to the eye. There's the snap. Handoff goes to Milner. No, Johnny Warren keeps it. Struggles. He got in there. Way to go, John. Mules 26, Mules 14. That's the end of the first half of play with the Mules up by 12. You're listening to Mules football on WFIW. Watch an onside kick here. John Hart's no fool. He knows he needs some momentum. That would be a good play to start the half. If the Mules are not ready for it, it could be a problem.
Well, we've got some
Eric Simpson's ready for it.
And Daren Milner's right up there. Jeremy, no, that's not Jeremy. That's
deep kick coming downfield to Matt Link at the 11. Looking for room, gets some blocks in the wedge, gets through the initial wall, but then is driven back at the 26-yard line. So that's where the Mules will start 1st and 10 at their own 26. As we begin the third quarter of play, it's the Mules 26, the Mount Carmel Aces 14. And the Mules will have it 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line to begin the second half of play with a 12-point lead. And as I said, they had a 12-point lead earlier. It slipped away. Mount Carmel took a 2-point lead, but the Mules came right back. Mules come with a conventional wishbone. Richard Reid split wide to the right side. There's the snap. Handoff goes to Daren Milner. He's looking for room, and there's not a lot there. Struggles out maybe to the 28. And the clock is stopped for some reason. Is there a flag? There is a flag. Face mask on Mount Carmel.
Oh, that's a big penalty right there to start the second half. That'll give the Mules a first down and put them up near midfield. Well, about the 43, 44.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Well, of course, we got to see how Mr. Gale Borden steps it off. He steps it off to the 44. And it is a face mask on Mount Carmel. 1st and 10 for the Mules at their own 44. Jason Baker splits wide to the right. Bone in the backfield. Kip Walters sets him down. There's the snap. Daren Milner spinning, turning, driving, gets about 7. It looked like he was going to be stopped for no gain, Bob.
Sure did. Great effort by Daren Milner as the spin got him the extra yardage there. He broke loose for just a second, carrying people with him. And the Mules will look at a 2nd and 3.
At the Mount Carmel 49. So once again, the Mules are in Mount Carmel territory as we have 10:57 to go in this third quarter. There's the snap. Straight ahead, Matt Link. He is going to get the first down. He'll get to the Mount Carmel 45. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Mules at that point on the field as the Mules lead 26-14, 10:47 to go in the third. Don't need to be stopping that clock so much, do they?
You were wanting it to hold up a while ago. Now you're wanting it to speed up. Put that baby on fast forward over, Jeff.
Out of the bone come the Mules. There's the snap. Daren Milner gets the handoff. Not a dime. Another flag down. I don't know what this one's for. It might be a holding on the Mules. Came from the umpire, and that's usually an indication of holding. It is. That'll move it back 10. So the 10-yard walk-off will put the ball back in the Mule territory and bring up a 1st and 20 for the Mules because there was no gain on the play at all. Ball will be back down at the Mule 45-yard line, just a ball length across the 45.
If you're going to hold, you at least get yardage out of it.
Yeah, we didn't get a dime out of that. So the Mules face a 1st and 20 now at their own 45-yard line. 10:20 to go in the third. Walters takes the snap. Wants to throw. For Robbins, and it's incomplete. Kurt got, flag down. It'll be interference. That'll be 15 yards and an automatic first down.
John Hart is not pleased with that call.
The same young man that got hit for interference earlier gets it again. That would be Jason Sigler. And they'll move it up 15 to the Mount Carmel 40. I think that's an automatic first down. I'm not sure in high school anymore. They change the rules every year. Yeah, it's first down.
I thought it was, but I wasn't going to say. I was going to let you have your neck stuck out. and then I'd chide in whenever they move the sticks.
Yeah, that's right, Stan. First down, yeah. First and 10 for the Mules at the Mount Carmel 40. Walters straight ahead on a quick popper, and Kip is going to get yardage all the way down to the Mount Carmel 33, about an 8-yard pickup.
I tell you what, Stanley, he was very close to breaking that one all the way. And that's what we were talking about right there at halftime. He's so big and strong that that's a play that they have to respect. They have to be ready for that, because he could have easily broken that all the way.
About 6.5 yards on the play. It'll be second down and a real long 3 for the Mules at the Mount Carmel 33-yard line. We have to get just inside the 30 for a first down. Pitch goes to Eric Simpson. Cam Tullis leads. And he's close to the first down. We'll have to see where they spot it. They stop the clock to take a look at it. And it is a first down, Mules. First and 10 for the Mules at the Mount Carmel 29-yard line. Boy, if the Mules could stick another 6 or 8 on the board right here, Bob, that would be huge.
Big play right here as far as big series. I don't mean this exact play, but a big series right here for the Mules. Like you said, they need to bring it down there and punch in some score.
Mules come up to the line of scrimmage. There's the snap. They fake the handoff. Pass over the middle, dropped by Brooke Clayton. Pass was a little bit behind him. Brooke couldn't spin around in time to get the ball. He had set himself in a nice area. He settled down in the middle of the zone there, but the pass was a little bit behind him.
Yeah, it was. That would have been a heck of a catch if he'd held on to it. That was a tough ball to catch.
He was open, but the pass was a little bit behind him. See if the Mules might be setting something up here, too. Second and 10 for the Mules at the 29. There's the snap. Over the middle for Robbins, and incomplete. And again, no flag, but that was close to interference. That time the timing was there for Mount Carmel, I guess.
Well, you know, it's you go back to a judgment call right there again, and I can live with that one, but
third and 10 now for the Mules at the Mount Carmel 29. 8:57 to go in the third. The Mules up by 12. Pump fake down the sideline. Caught, dropped, incomplete. Flag is down at the line of scrimmage. Holding on the Mules. Mount Carmel may decline this. They bring up fourth down, Bob.
Did they make the catch down here?
No, he dropped it.
Oh, okay.
If he caught it, it would come back, no doubt about that. But they might decline this. It is third. It'll be 4th and 10 if they decline the penalty.
Nope,
they're going to take it. Well, that'll give the Mules an extra down to work with. It'll still remain third down, but now 3rd and 20 as it goes back to the Mount Carmel 41. Eight minutes and 56 seconds to go in the third period of play. Mules 26, Mount Carmel 14. This penalty on the Mules has moved the ball back to the Mount Carmel 41, bringing up a 3rd and 20. Walters takes the snap, wants to throw. Gets it away out for Robbins, and he's got it. It'll be well short of the first down. As a matter of fact, about an 8-yard completion. Well, I'll tell you what, the Mules have done a good job protecting Kip. He was under a little bit of heat that time, but not much.
But I'll tell you what, that was a tough throw, Stanley. He really was not set as he had to make the throws, and that was a long throw and coming across the field, and I kind of shuddered a little bit when I saw it going over there, but Kurt caught it and wrapped it up. So now the Mules are looking at a 4th and about 14.
Yeah, it's at the 33. We'll see what they do here. Pretty sure they're going to throw it. Mount Carmel is 2. There's the snap. Play fake. Richard Reid is not going to make the first down. Richard struggled and struggled, but didn't get there for the first down. It's going to be the hook and ladder again, too. And it was open again, too. But Richard couldn't get the ball away in time. Mount Carmel will take over on downs at their own 21-yard line. Well, a good offensive thrust for the Mules. They didn't get any points. They ate off about 4 minutes on the clock, Bob, and now they've got to play defense and stop that option.
That's the thing right here. Now that they've didn't get any points on the board, they've got to keep Mount Carmel from moving the football down the field. If they can get it 3 plays and out right here, they'll have good field position to start again.
Ryan Smith, good option quarterback, takes the snap. They hand it off to Rafferty, and whoa, is he driven back. Fumble on the play. Mules say they have it. They do. Mules recover the fumble.
Matt Link gave the stick, and a flag goes down.
It's going to be unsportsmanlike on Mount Carmel. They're chastising one of the aces who evidently said something after the play, and that's the case. So it'll be half the distance to the goal. So this will move it down to the 10 where the Mules will have it. It'll either be 1st and goal or 1st and 10 just outside the 10. We'll see where they put it. It's on the 22, so it'll be 1st and 10 on the 12.
Well, Stanley, it should be the 11th, shouldn't it? Be the 11-yard line.
Yeah, half the distance.
22-yard line, half the distance. Should be the 11th.
I didn't see who got the fumble, did you?
I didn't see who got the recovery, but
it might have been Kurt Robbins.
Matt Link delivered the blow that gave the fumble.
Daren Milner recovered?
Daren Milner recovered the fumble.
Yeah, Matt Link laid Rafferty out.
Oh, man, did he put a hit on.
So the Mules are in business, 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. Kip Walters sets them down. There's the snap. Handoff to Daren Milner. He is going to struggle down inside the 10 to maybe the 9, depending on where they spot the football.
I tell you what, Stanley, to the Mount Carmel middle has been precarious at best. They're in there. We've got a few yards up there, but they've been very tough right up the middle.
Yeah, when the Mules have run, outside has been where they've gone. Up the middle's not there.
That's exactly right.
They're controlling the middle right now. Here come the Mules with a 2nd down and 9 at the 10-yard line. Walters takes the snap. Eric Simpson has room to run. He bursts through. He's inside the 5 down to about the 1-yard line. Should be 1st and goal to go.
What a run by Eric Simpson right there. Again, Stanley, I thought he was going to be stopped. Kip Walters says about 2 feet.
They're going to measure for the 1st down. They're going to measure for the 1st down. It'll either be 3rd down and very, very short or 1st and goal to go. It looks like from here that they've got it, but we'll see what the sticks say. They put him down. They stretch it out.
Short.
It is just a hair short. So it's 3rd down and very short for the Mules, about 4 inches at the 1-yard line. Well,
how about that little keeper again from Walters?
You've either got 2 plays or 6 right here.
Yeah.
Depending on what we do here. Did Mount Carmel call a timeout?
No, they've got a player down.
Oh, a player injured.
They've got a player down, and that player is Jason Sigler.
He's up and okay. He's coming off to the sideline. Doesn't appear to be too shaken up.
I think he just got the wind knocked out of him, Stanley. He was propped up there on his knees.
He's flexing his right hand, so he may have gotten his finger stepped on or something like that.
Well, he already had that hand taped up a little, so maybe he had a little sore hand to start with.
So it's 3rd and very short for the Mules at the 1-yard line of Mount Carmel. Kip Walters takes the snap and goes forward. He's knocked backwards. It'll depend on the spot of the football. He had forward progress, but we'll just see where they put it.
I think he's got the 1st down, but he's not in for the score.
They may have to measure again. No, it's 1st and goal to go. 1st and goal to go for the Mules, about 2 inches outside the goal line. And we just run the same play. 6:37 to go in the 3rd period. The clock is moving. Mules lead 26-14. Have a 1st and goal about 3 inches away from pay dirt. Knocking on the door. No mistakes here, fellows. Walters takes the snap. He hands off to Milner. Oh, he loses yardage back to the 3. He fumbled the ball, but they say he was down.
He's down. Daren trying to stick that ball out there and across the goal line, that's pretty dangerous.
Well, I kind of wish we'd have stuck with the other play, but it's 2nd and goal to go from the 3 now for the Mules. So they have some opportunities here to get it in the end zone. With the clock now showing 5:50 to go in the 3rd period of play. And the Mules up 26-14. Walters takes the snap. It's Milner. No touchdown.
And there is just nothing up the middle, Stanley. I mean, absolutely nothing.
Maybe to the 2.
So now we're looking at 3rd and goal.
Thank you, Terry.
Thanks, Terry.
3rd and goal for the Mules at the 2-yard line. Yeah,
well,
really, maybe the 3.
What will the Mules do now?
I don't know. But we'll find out in a matter of seconds as here they come to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and goal from the 3. Walters takes the snap. Simpson.
Didn't get there.
He's not going to make it. It's 4th and goal to go at about the 2.
Man, oh man, oh man.
If Mount Carmel holds here, they'll get a big momentum boost.
You bet. Mules had it 1st down at about 3 inches out. And now they're looking at 4th and about the
2-yard line, Bob.
Okay.
So it's not exactly a gimme. One of the aces is, well, that's a cramp. One of the aces has a cramp, and they're attending to him right now. We have 4:46 to go in this 3rd period of play. The Mules up 26-14. And we thought that touchdown they missed earlier in the first half on the penalty, Bob, was a killer. If they don't get one here, it's going to be another killer. We need the first down, or the touchdown right here.
Well, yeah, if the Mules don't score right here, it's, I mean, Mount Carmel will get such a lift. And not only that is such a letdown that the Mules will get, because they made the touchdown. They made the turnover right away there after they had given up the ball. And if they didn't make it on the 4th down try, they got just very short.
And they got the first down that far from the goal line.
Yeah.
I know you folks at home can see my fingers about 3 inches apart. That far from the goal line. Goodness. Well, they're still attending to the Mount Carmel Ace player who has a cramp. Can't tell who it is, but it is definitely a cramp the way they're treating him. And that would be Drew Daniel, the 5'11", 185-pound junior. And he'll be assisted to the sideline with that cramp. Well, a big play here in the ball game. 4th down and goal to go for the Mules at the Mount Carmel 2. And let's see what the Mules pull out of the hat here.
Well, Stanley, they're going to either have to run something outside. They've tried 4 times now right up the middle and haven't gotten in. So
they come out of the veer. There's the snap. Pop pass, and that's going to be a flag. It is pass interference. It'll be 1st and goal to go for the Mules at the 1. It'll be half the distance. Pass was intended for Robbins, and he was tackled before the ball ever got there. So it'll be 1st down for the Mules on the pass interference. And goal to go at the 1.
Well, we get 4 more tries now, Stanley. Let's see what Hadfield pulls out this time.
Bob wants to talk. He wants a timeout.
He says, everybody be still. Let's call timeout. We're going to get this score.
You're listening to Fairfield Mules football on WFIW. And the Mules get a fresh set of downs on a Mount Carmel pass interference penalty on 4th and goal from the 2. The pass interference will move it half the distance to the goal. Put it at the 1-yard line where now it's 1st and goal to go. And this has just got to kill the Aces, Bob. It looked like they had the Mules stopped, and then the pass interference call is going to give the Mules a fresh set of downs. And if the Mules get it in here, Mount Carmel is really going to be looking at some bleak prospects for the 4th quarter, as the Mules have had the ball for 7.5 minutes practically in this 3rd quarter. Here they come to the line of scrimmage. Kip Walters takes the snap. Handoff goes to Matt Link, and he did not make it. It'll be 2nd and goal to go as the ball's down just shy of the goal line again, Bob, just inches away. The Mules have 3 more cracks at it from about 2 inches away.
Well, let's see.
Kirk Clayton's bringing a play in from Bob Hadfield.
We might see Kip Walters go right up the middle again.
Well, it's only inches away from the end zone. There's the snap. Matt Link fumbled the ball, but recovered it in the end zone for a touchdown. Matt Link fumbled the football and got on it in the end zone for a touchdown. Matt fumbled the football and crawled and got on it in the end zone.
You still call that a 1-yard run?
Let's call it a 1-yard touchdown run. So the Mules go up 32-14 with the extra point attempt upcoming, as that score comes with 3:59 left in the third quarter. John Warren will run the 2-point conversion. There's the snap. Handoff goes to Johnny's going to throw it, and it is incomplete. As a matter of fact, intercepted, and that'll negate the extra point. The Mules 32, Mount Carmel 14. You're listening to Fairfield Mules football on WFIW. Brooke Clayton's kickoff is a pop-up. It's fielded, and not much running room for the Aces, but they will get pretty decent field position across the 35 to about the 37. Catching the football was Brandon Kite, a 6-foot tall, 190-pound junior tight end. That was a pop-up. That was a home run in a silo.
Brooke had a few of them this summer.
Yeah, he did. He popped that one up, no doubt about it. Well, Mount Carmel starts out, they'll put it at the 36. 1st and 10 at their own 36. The Mules 32, Mount Carmel 14. Ryan Smith sets him down in a broken bone. Pitches outside on the option. Oh, and Marty David just got a hand on Lang to bring him down, or he'd have been off to the races. Marty came in from linebacker and just got enough of him, Bob. He'd have missed that one. Walt would have been hollering down there in the end zone.
I think he probably was anyway. He's making some kind of motion there at him.
He's got a lot of company down there tonight, doesn't he? His little territory. Grandpa said he had him all the way. Here come the Aces out of the huddle. They lost 4 on the play. Ryan Smith sets them down. There's the snap. Smith wants to throw the ball. He is going to get it away and complete to Porter at the 49 of the Mules. John Warren made the hit, but not before Porter caught the ball at the Mules 49, and the Aces will get a fresh set of downs. Mules put a little heat on, but Smith rolled away from it nicely. Got his pass away, and Porter was wide open.
Yeah, he was. I tell you what, Stanley, though, John Warren played a big cushion right there.
Aces go without a huddle. I guess they figure they've got to use the clock.
Well, they've got to have 3 scores.
Smith takes the snap, second man through, carrying the football for Mount Carmel for the first time tonight second time is Scott Newman. He got about 2 to the 47 of the Mules. It'll bring up second down and 8. 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Mules up 32-14. Aces do huddle this time, but very briefly. Out of the wishbone with a split to the left. There's the snap. And again, it is Newman, and he carries across the 45 to about the 44, where Daren Milner and Marty David wrestling down. Yeah, they give him progress to the 43. 3rd down and 5 for Mount Carmel at that point on the field. The Mule 43. 1:55 to go in the third quarter. Mules up 32-14. Aces with a broken bone. Ryan Smith takes the snap. Pitch out to Rafferty, and he's collared down by Jimmy Milner at the 45-yard line. They'll give him progress to the 44. Loss on the play of a yard. 4th down and about 5.5 for Mount Carmel here. Yeah, we'll call it 5. So a big play here. The Mules will either get the ball back or Mount Carmel will get a fresh set. Broken bone. Smith takes the snap. Wants to throw. It is way downfield and incomplete. Intended for Porter, but well out of his reach and incomplete. And the Mules will take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line with 1:06 to go here in the third period of play, leading 32-14. And I would think, Bob, I don't want to get greedy, but I would think another 8 on the board would put it away.
Well, I don't know. I think the Mules here, they've had no success whatsoever running the ball right straight up the middle. We proved that down there on the last series. Anything we tried right up the middle. And
Mules call a timeout.
We're going to talk about it. This is Mules football on WFIW. Milner is on the back behind the Mule bench. He's trying to walk off a cramp.
Matt Link comes out of the lineup as well. So Mules are going to go with a fresh set of backs. So we'll see who's out there for the Mules. We see Big Dog, Justin Townsend, Cameron Tullis among the linemen, Zack Large, Seth Harnden, Jeremy Ellis will be the center, and Kurt Robbins is out there, the tight end. Eric Simpson is in the backfield, and Marty David. And Brooke Clayton is also out there, so we're going with double tights. Richard Reid will be the wide receiver out to the left. There's the snap. Pitch out goes to Simpson. He gets a block and gets about 5 on the play before he's hit and dropped. Tullis leading along with Brooke Clayton. Flag down, and might be a face mask on Mount Carmel. And so that's what Bob thinks it is.
Nope, it's going to be a hold against Brooke Clayton.
Or it's going to be a hold on the Mules. No, it's a clip on the Mules.
Ooh.
I didn't see a clip, did you?
I didn't know, not at all.
That's a 15-yarder, too. Well, it'll go back from the spot of the foul, 15 yards, and that'll move it from the 47 to about the 33.
Is that a loss down?
No.
Okay.
Oh, 31. Long steps this time.
I guess I was making up for a few of the others.
9-4. About first and 23 now for the Mules at their own 31. Pitch out to Eric Simpson. He's carrying the football forward to about the 34. Right now, I think, Robert, Bob Hadfield is wanting to run some time off.
Yeah, that's what I said a while ago. It's although we're going without a huddle, so we're not wanting to run too much off.
40 seconds to go as Mount Carmel's having trouble changing people, but now the official waits to blow the ball in. Now he blows it in. There's the snap. Kip Walters, flare pass to Simpson is incomplete. There is no interference because Eric was not past the line of scrimmage. He was hit before the ball got there. And in the area behind the line of scrimmage, you're free meat. Mules again going without a huddle. 3rd down and 23 yards to go, something like that, 22. Kip Walters takes the snap, pitches out to Simpson. Eric trying to turn the corner. Does turn the corner, but will not get enough for the first down. He's out to the 43, and the Mules needed to get way down to the Mount Carmel 47 for a first down. They're at the Mule 43 with a 4th down, and we'll see our first Mule punt of the night. Bob?
Of the year.
Yeah. We didn't punt against Edwards County the other night, although we were going to. 4th down and about 12 for the Mules. And what do we have here? Oh, into the quarter. Quarter has expired. It's the Mules 32, Mount Carmel 14. You're listening to Mules football on WFIW. Mules are going to punt the football. There's a good snap. Mount Carmel went for the block, didn't get it. Nice kick by Brooke Clayton. Fair catch made by Porter at the 32-yard line. So, or 28-yard line, rather. Maybe the 29. So a good job by the Mules. They put the heat on. Mules handled it. Brooke got the kick away after a good snap by Jeremy Ellis. And Mount Carmel starts 1st and 10 at their own 29 as we are just underway in the 4th quarter with the Mules on top, 32-14. Here come the Aces out of the huddle. Wide receiver Porter to the left. Wishbone in the backfield. There's the snap. And Smith takes off. Gets away from the initial hit at the line of scrimmage. Still on his feet. Matt Hodges is the only guy with a chance. And Matt slows him down. Now some of the other Mules come in. What a run by Ryan Smith. He's brought down at the 24. What a heck of a run, Bob. Goodness sakes, was that a run. Shook off 2 or 3 tacklers. Got all the way down to the Mule 24. Well, Mount Carmel sets up 1st and 10.
Why was the official going like this at the start of the play? The referee was standing back here, waving his arms like this over his head at the start of the play.
I have no idea. So it's 1st and 10 for Mount Carmel at the Mule 24. There's the snap. And this time Rafferty carries for no gain at all. He may have lost yardage on the play. Seth Harnden in there for the Mules on the stop. And no gain at all. It's 2nd and 10 from the 24 of the Mules for Mount Carmel. 11:17 left in the game. The clock is moving. The Mules 32, Mount Carmel 14. Here come the Aces out of the huddle. There's the snap. The same play again, and Smith's got room to run. This time he's hit and drop, but he's got the first down. Same play they ran earlier. They just fake a pitch to the left side, and he turns and takes off with the ball. And it's been open. This will give the Aces 1st and 10 at the Mule 12-yard line. We're not in the bag yet, are we?
Mules got to suck it up right here.
Less than 11 minutes now. There's the snap. Smith rolls out, same play. And he's hit and dropped just shy of the end zone. Well, now they're saying touchdown. What's the deal here? There was no signal.
He's down.
There was no signal, and now what are they saying?
They don't know.
1st and 10 at about the 3 or 2 or whatever. I don't know.
They don't know.
It was very indecisive by the officials. Let's call it 1st and goal at the 1. That's what it is. 10:43 to go in the game. Mules up by 18 points, but Mount Carmel knocking on the door. Bobby Wells comes into the goal line defense for the Mules right in the middle. There is the snap. Smith goes straight ahead and he scores. Well, Ryan Smith, that's his touchdown all the way. He engineered that whole thing himself. And that makes it a 32-20 ball game with the extra point attempt coming up. Let's see if the Aces go for 2 here. If they got 2, it'd cut it to 10. Then a touchdown and a field goal would tie it. If they make the 1 point, it'd be an 11-point lead. They'd still need 2 touchdowns. They're going for 1. Moore has been accurate all night. Oh, bad snap. Moore with the football rolling out. Flips it up in the air, and Daren Milner picks it off. He's taken up off the sidelines, but this is immaterial. This is an extra point.
He can score on it.
He is going to score. Do we have that rule in now like the colleges do?
I don't know.
The colleges have that rule. I don't know whether we have it or not in high school. The officials didn't blow the whistle.
They didn't signal a touchdown either.
It's just no point. Yeah, that's all there was to it. I didn't think we put that in high school. It's a college rule, but not in high school. The play ended when he picked off the ball. I don't know why they didn't blow the whistle.
That's what Bob Hadfield's saying.
Well, Mount Carmel will be kicking it off. Let's take a 30-second break. You're listening to Fairfield Mules football. There was mass confusion on that extra point, Bob. I don't know why the officials didn't blow the whistle. It's just a negated extra point is all it is. Now, in college, you can run that back, but not in high school. And that's why I got confused when they let the play go.
Well, I didn't either, you know.
Well, Mount Carmel will kick it off. And the Mules are expecting an onside kick. They're in an onside kick receiving formation. Mules lead by 12 with 10:26 left. Josh Moore will be kicking it away, but I'm sure it's going to be an onside kick of some sort. He kicks it long. Matt Link fields it. He's at the 25, and he tucks it away at about the 29, and hit and dropped. Mount Carmel will be trying to strip that ball now. 10:21 to go. The Mules have a 12-point lead and need to eat off 10 minutes and 21 seconds. What a game this has been. Now, this has been a football game. See why I have fun at these things? This is great.
Put that clock on fast forward when you start at this time, Phil.
And one of the Mules is cramped up now. That's Matt Link. He's down cramped up. We'll have a new fullback coming into the lineup for the Mules. It'll be Brett Maguire, as Matt Link is going to have to leave the field with a cramp. Too late in the year to get cramps. Second game, you shouldn't get cramps.
You tell Matt that.
Tanya, buy bananas. Eat some bananas. Bob Hadfield, I think, is asking the officials right now while he's tending to Matt Link, why didn't you blow the whistle on that?
Oh.
And that's about what we're getting on that.
No.
Because Daren Milner picked it off and ran 95 yards. And yeah, he's sucking a little wind right now.
Scott Fuhrhop is also questioning the umpire.
Well, what would have been bad, it didn't happen, if somebody would have got hurt on that.
Well, sure. Then they very well could have.
Throwing a block or something. Because there was no whistle. So, the Mules start 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. 10:21 left in the game. It's the Mules 32, Mount Carmel 20. It would behoove the Mules to get 2 or 3 first downs. Kip Walters takes the snap. Daren Milner straight ahead, got a little room. He squirts out to about the 34-yard line. So a good pickup there for the Mules of about 5 on the play, maybe 6. It'll be about a 6-yard carry for Daren. It'll be 2nd down and a long 4 for the Mules, just shy of the 35. That's all the booing about.
I think his knee went down early. I think his knee went down.
Oh, spotted the football. 9:40 left in the game. Roll clock, roll. Mules 32, Mount Carmel 20. Mules with a 2nd down and 4 at their own 34-yard line. Snap. Daren Milner gets a little running room. He's going to be close to the first down.
I believe he's going to be a little short.
It'll either be 3rd and short or 1st and 10.
It's going to be about a half a yard short.
Daren moved the ball up about a yard, and the officials say, no. They're going to measure. Daren, as he got up, kind of pushed it forward, and they said, no. We're going to move it right back to where it's supposed to be.
I believe he's a little short, Stanley.
I think you're right, Bob. I think we're about a foot short.
However, Kip Walters is going to take the opportunity to go over and talk to Bob Hadfield.
Wisely so. It'll be about... Oh, nose of the ball.
Good spot.
Just touched the stick. 1st and 10 for the Mules at the Mule 39-yard line. 9:14 left in the game. Come on, set this blocks. Let's go. Wind the clock. Thank you. We'll be inside of 9 minutes when this play gets off the ground.
9 minutes to go in the ball game. Clock rolling. Mules up 32-20.
Straight ahead goes Kip Walters on that quick dive. He's across the 40 to about the 42, where he is finally dropped. About a 4-yard gain on the play, maybe 3. Let's call it 3 to the 42. 2nd down and 7 for the Mules at their own 42. 8:38 left in the game. They blow it in at 35. You know, we could run the clock down to about 10 here. You know, we don't need to be getting in a big hurry. There's the snap. Reverse to Richard Reid. Get it blocked. And away. Richard's off to the races. Still on his feet. Still on his feet. Still on his feet. All the way down to the Mount Carmel 26-yard line. They say stepped out of bounds at the 29.
Again, Kip Walters with the block, Stanley, that allowed Richard to really turn it loose. And then another block up in front. I didn't pick up who that one was. But Kip gave him the block there on the when he turned around on the right side.
Not only does that give the Mules excellent field position now, Bob, they could possibly score again. It assures them of 4 more downs.
Well, not only that, should they not get another first down, it's that much more yardage for the Aces.
Busted play, and Kip's going to lose yardage back to the 34. Kip Walters wanted to hand off, and there was nobody there, so somebody went the wrong way. So that moves it back to the Mount Carmel 34, where it'll bring up 2nd down and 15. 7:55, and the clock is rolling.
How about that little double pump to Jason Baker again?
Well, you know, we could run the clock down to about 25 here, or 7:25 before we have to snap it. But here come the Mules out of the huddle at 45. Let's not get in a hurry, boys. There's the snap. Fumble, and Eric Simpson got it back. Oh, my. Eric caught it in midair after he fumbled it and kept running. The football gods are smiling on the Mules tonight, folks.
Acted like he planned it that way, didn't he?
Yeah, he just kept going and picked it up midair.
He's like a catch out in center field.
It was about a 6-yard pickup, so the Mules faced 3rd and 9 at the Mount Carmel 28-yard line. 7 minutes and 10 seconds. We'll be inside of 7 minutes when this ball is snapped.
But as you mentioned, Stanley, 4-down territory here. Don't have to get it all on this one.
There's the snap. Walters throws to Robbins. He's got it. First down, Mules at the Mount Carmel 16.
Oh, I tell you what, Stanley, the Mules are just so impressive right now. They're getting a good job. The offensive line is doing a heck of a job up there, Stanley. They're holding out, giving Kip plenty of time to pick out his receiver and get it downfield. And Robbins did a good job, ran the pattern right where he's supposed to be.
Yeah, the Mules haven't done a great job on the run tonight up the middle, but those linemen have certainly done the job on the pass. First and 10 for the Mules at the 16 of Mount Carmel. There's the snap. Eric Simpson straight ahead. He squirts through the line of scrimmage to about the 12, so about a 4-yard pickup on the play. As the Mules just drive right on down the field. 6:27 to go in the ball game. Clock moving. What are you doing?
Nailing the coffin shut.
Well, at least you didn't sing "Turn Out the Lights." Simpson with the football, maybe to the 10 before he's dropped down. Bring up 3rd down. We'll be inside of 6 minutes before we get the next play off. Mules lead by 12. And they have the ball 3rd down in about, what is it, 5?
Yeah.
4 maybe? Let's call it
4.
3rd and 5 at the 11.
Well, they've got the stick over on the sideline right at the 10.
Yeah,
they've got to get to the 6, so we're 3rd and 4.
Brooke Clayton comes in kind of late. He gets into the slot. Brett Maguire comes out, and we're all set to go. Here's the snap. Daren Milner takes the pitch out. He is going to get the first down. It's going to be 1st down and goal to go for the Mules at about the 5. As the Mules are just efficiently driving this one down.
But again, Stanley, as you mentioned a minute ago, all the yardage is, the bigger yardage is coming from the sweeps. The runs to the right and to the left. That one was on the close side of the field and still picked up good yardage out of it. The Mules haven't been able to run right up the middle, but the pass blockage has been excellent up the middle.
Here comes Marty David in for Daren Milner to give him a breather. Mules break the huddle with a 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. Eric Simpson and Marty David in the backfield, along with Brooke Clayton. There's the snap. Hand off to Simpson inside the 5 to about the 3. When Marty comes in, Bob, his job is not to carry the football. It is to knock people down so the other back can get in there. 2nd down and goal to go at the 3 for the Mules. About a 3-yard pickup there. 4:49 and the clock rolling. Eric Simpson leaves the lineup in favor of Daren Milner.
Well, Eric's done a good job of running the football tonight.
Brooke Clayton comes out in favor of Brett Maguire. So the halfbacks are David and Milner. The fullback is Maguire. Kip Walters is the quarterback. He takes the snap. He hands off to Daren. Daren plowing forward. Is he in? The Mules say he's in. The officials have not indicated yet. The officials say he's not in. It is 3rd down and goal to go at the 1. Actually just inches from the goal line. 4 minutes and 12 seconds to go, so there will be less than 4 minutes when this play takes off. Mules lead 32-20.
Mules have 2 tries here to go the short distance.
Kip Walters takes the snap. He goes straight ahead himself. And
touchdown?
I don't know.
Oh, he fumbled.
He fumbled, and Mount Carmel gets the ball. Kip fumbled, and Mount Carmel gets the ball. So it'll be a touchback, and it'll be Mount Carmel's ball on the 20. Walters trying to punch it in, fumbled the football, and the Mules turn it over with 3:48 to go, leading by 12. Yeah, it looked like the ball might have been in, but the officials did not indicate it was. It got loose, and Mount Carmel recovered. So the Mules defense will be called upon to hold a 12-point lead with 3:48 left. Ryan Smith, who engineered a touchdown drive earlier, takes the snap. Same play this time. The Mules, now they pitch it out to Rafferty, trying to get to the outside, and he gets about 10 before he's hit and dropped. Smith was wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, but he did get the pitch away to Rafferty, and he'll get the first down to the 31-yard line. Come on, sticks are set. Start the clock. Mount Carmel already at the line of scrimmage. They take the snap. Looked like movement there, but Rafferty breaks the line of scrimmage. He's got another 10, maybe 12, 13. That'll stop the clock with 3:29 to go as he's all the way out to the Mount Carmel 44. And another first down. They're going without a huddle. There's the snap. Rafferty, or rather Smith, keeps the ball. Pitches outside to Rafferty. He's at midfield where he's hit and dropped. He may have got across to the 49. Marty David and Kurt Robbins on the tackle. It is at the 49, 6-yard gain, 2nd down and 4, and Mount Carmel again goes without a huddle. There's the snap. Second man through is Rafferty, and he goes nowhere this time, stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Daren Milner, Brooke Clayton, Matt Hodges. 3rd down and 4, and they're again going to go without a huddle. Clock at 2:47 and moving. Smith. There's offsides on the Mules. That'll give him a first down. Mules jumped, and that'll give him a first down. Stop the clock as well. So it'll move it down to the Mule 44-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for Mount Carmel. 2:37 left in the game. The Mules leading 32-20. Ryan Smith, here's the whistle, gets under the quarterback. Oh, they moved that time. There's the snap. Smith wants to throw, passes away and complete to a wide open Porter. He may score. Richard Reid's going to drag him down at the 15. John Porter caught the ball at about the 20, wide open. Richard Reid angled him out at the 15. Mount Carmel has another first down, and with 2:23 left, they're at the Mule 15-yard line, going without a huddle. They need 2 touchdowns. They trail by 12. There's the snap. Ryan Smith keeps the football and is brought down for a loss. Seth Harnden on the play along with Brooke Clayton. Clock was at 2:09 and moving, so there'll be less than 2 minutes when they get this play off. They are going without a huddle. But the clock rolls on. We're inside of 2 minutes. Ryan Smith, 2nd and 10, takes the snap, wants to throw. Gets it over the middle. It is incomplete, intended for Brian Kite, I believe, or Brandon Kite. Yes, that's who it was. And it's incomplete. It's 3rd and 10 for Mount Carmel at the Mule 15. 1:53 left in the game. The Mules on top, 32-20. Mount Carmel comes to the line of scrimmage. Has the ball been blown in? I guess it has.
Yeah. Just the clock won't start till the snap.
They break the wishbone into a passing formation. There's the snap. Smith fumbles. It's loose. The Mules got it. Kurt Robbins on the ball. Kurt Robbins on the fumble, and the Mules got it. 1:48 left to go. The Mules with a 12-point lead in the pumpkin.
Well, Mount Carmel still has all 3 of their timeouts left. They'll use them here as the Mules will certainly take their time this time, surely. Ball blown in at 1:47. They start the clock.
Take your time, boys. Take your time, boys. Don't get excited. Relax. Walters sets him down. There's the snap. Handoff goes to Eric Simpson, who covers the ball up quite well as he goes through the line of scrimmage for about 3, and Mount Carmel does take a timeout. We're going to pause for half a minute. This is Fairfield Mules football.
This will be only the...
No, they lost that game to Red Hill when they were upset a year before last, remember? When, what's his name? The good running back Red Hill had.
Ambrose.
No. The Bobby...
Stevens.
Bobby Stevens ran for about 200 yards on him that one day.
Yeah, that's right.
Other than that, the last time Mount Carmel lost in the conference was at the Mules in '91. By the way, this will be the first Mules victory over Mount Carmel here since 1967.
Ngawa.
Second down and 7 for the Mules. Kip Walters sets them down. We have 1:26 to go. The Mule fans are on their feet and applauding. They have been.
Oh, look at the hole.
Big hole for Daren Milner, and he's all the way out to the 40. And that'll give the Mules a fresh set of downs. The Mules bench up, jumping up and down. They're excited. That'll stop the clock with 1:21. But they'll blow it in play now. Mount Carmel has called a timeout. We're going to keep it right here, Bob. Mule fans across the way have been up and applauding. And
you betcha. We see you. All right.
Get up over there, folks. Give these kids a round of applause. This is the first time we've beaten Mount Carmel here since 1967.
And the Mount Carmel faithful are heading for the gates.
Yep. The Aces fans are heading back to Wabash County. 1:21 to go. The Mules by a dozen. This has been a great football game. It really has.
You know, Stanley, Mount Carmel, in 1991, if you'll remember, they opened up 0-2.
Yeah, lost to Harrisburg and the Mules and then went on to win the conference.
Yes, they did. So, folks, don't count these Aces out. You know, everybody's talked about our schedule for years, about how we have to play Mount Carmel, then Olney, then Salem. You know, and you and I have talked about this many times on the road. We like playing Mount Carmel right here at this spot. Because I tell you what, folks, Mount Carmel gets better as the season goes on.
They have that tradition of by the 9th game, they're as salty as a margarita. There's the snap. Handoff goes to Eric Simpson. Whoa, as he blitzed in the backfield. Big pop there by Mount Carmel. Number 63 leading the charge was Billy Stinson, the all-conference lineman. And we haven't called his name much tonight.
No, we have
not. So he
has
been handled. Mount Carmel takes their final timeout, and we're going to stay right here.
Give credit, Stanley, over there to the big dog. That's who lines up against him.
Yeah, dog's been handling him. Billy Stinson made his first tackle of the night, and he's all conference.
Well, folks, 1 minute and 12 seconds to go in the ball game. Mules are up 32-20. They'll be looking at a 2nd and 15, but Mount Carmel is now out of timeouts. So they can no longer stop the clock. The Mules will keep the ball on the ground. They'll run that clock. And
an aside down there, I had to make a comment.
As I was saying, Stanley, the Mules now, Mount Carmel no longer has any way to stop the clock. Mules will run this play, run the clock down to, maybe, no, we're not going to throw it.
Throw the bomb.
No, we're not going to throw it. Jeff finally agrees with him. Throw the bomb right here.
Throw the bomb.
Throw the bomb. Now,
I don't think we'll see that, folks.
No, I don't think so.
I think we're going to see 2 on the ground, and the Mules are going to wrap the football up like it's a precious child. Walters takes the snap. Straight ahead they go. Carrying the football is Matt Link for about 5 or 6. It'll bring up 3rd and 9 for the Mules, and we'll be inside of a minute the next time we snap the ball. Less than a minute to play.
Okay, 56 seconds when they blew it in.
It's almost like everybody's holding their breath over there. You notice that? Everybody's just kind of holding their breath, waiting for that last minute to click off.
Come on, fans, get up and cheer them on. We're going to win it. We're going to win it.
40 seconds to go.
There they go. All right, let's go.
Kip Walters.
Kip got lost.
Wandering around. Mules may even take a delay here. And now they take a timeout. I think Bob Hadfield wants to make sure of the strategy here. 3rd down and 9 for the Mules at their 41. And Bob called the time. You know, with high school kids, it's a good deal, Bob. You get everybody organized and you don't do anything silly.
The thing about right here, Stanley, too, 28 seconds left. Okay, they can blow it in. They can run the play.
And then they don't have to punt.
They don't even have to snap it again.
Right.
Mount Carmel's out of timeouts. All we got to no. All we got to do is just run off 3 seconds. Run off 3 seconds when we're on the play, and then we won't even have to snap it. No, guys, we're not going to throw the no, we're not going to throw it. Mules are going to win it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 votes for the bomb up here, and 1 vote no.
No. I don't care. Run backwards. Just eat up at least 3 seconds of that clock, and then you won't have to snap it anymore. Play it safe. Hey, I saw us lose in that last 24 seconds that year. We ain't going to have that again.
Yeah, I remember that one.
So right here, the Mules.
Actually, Kip can just take a knee here, and then that's it. if he doesn't take it too fast.
Our Mules are going to go to 2-0.
Mount Carmel blitzing, and Kip just falls down and says, yeah.
Start the clock, Phil. Start the clock, Phil.
Okay, now we don't have to snap it. It's 4th down, and we don't have to snap it. They blow the ball in. 16-15, it's over. The Mules have won it. They don't even have to snap the football.
Look at Bob Hadfield, all right.
Bob's on the field already. You got 8 seconds, Bob. The Mules have won it. They're jumping up and down, and the place breaks loose as the clock runs out. The Fairfield Mules have knocked off Mount Carmel 32-20 in what many have billed the game of the year here in the NEC, and it was a dandy, folks. No doubt about that. And the Mules win by a dozen, 32-20 over Mount Carmel. Mules go to 2-0 on the campaign, and the Mount Carmel Aces drop to 0-2 on the season. You're listening to Mules football on WFIW.